Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing great. So just a quick update on our upcoming program slated for December the 28th, 2018, which is the abolition of the Osuka system from Eastern Nigeria. So far, just in the last week alone, many of you who have been following the reports in the news media would have seen that an editorial, a Vanguard newspaper, actually wrote an editorial on this program on their own. Nobody asked them to do that. It is to show you how popular our event is becoming. Vanguard, in that editorial, actually indicated that this is the first time that this kind of concerted effort is being made, that it has never been seen before, being made to destroy this Osuka system from our land. If you can check that editorial on Vanguard, you can look it up for yourself. So it's more like an appraisal of the efforts we have put into this project. And not only that, I was told recently that just a few days ago that Professor Wole Soyinka, also at a very high profile political gathering, was actually mentioning that our event and was talking about thanking the Southeast traditional rulers for actually choosing a date and a time when they can come together to abolish the Osuka system. And a few days ago as well, I just was able to receive a hard copy of the Anambra State Governor's endorsement of this program. Now, that's not just all. Our Igbo-speaking part of Delta State, the Anioma people, the Obi of Idumuje and his entire cabinet, and so many other people are already getting ready to come there. And he's going to be presenting a book that he published, in which he traced the origin of the Igbo-speaking part of Delta to Nri in Anambra State. That book is going to be presented and launched on that day. He is coming with his entire cabinet. Did you hear that? Ikwere people have reached out to me, all of them. In fact, I have a meeting with a professor who's at the forefront today, and they say they want to come that in their numbers. Everybody is tired of the divide and conquer madness in our land. Everybody is tired of that divide and rule. We are tired of division. Osuka system, for people who do not understand, is a type of obnoxious practice in much of the eastern region of Nigeria that implies that a certain people who are called Osu, who are allegedly dedicated to shrines or to alusis or deities, are not fit enough to get married to the so-called freeborns who feel that they were not dedicated to the alusis or to deities. Okay, so they can't intermarry. Sometimes, because of a law that was made in 1956 by the Eastern Assembly back in the days, people have stopped openly calling other people Osu, Ohu, Ome, or whatever. But when it comes to marriage, people cannot intermarry. This thing is so terrible, so deep in many places, that so deep that they have divisions, they have geographical separations, that people who are called Osu can be living in one part and the people who are called the Dialas or the freeborn are living on the other side. And people from this side cannot come here. People from here cannot go here. Like what happened in Abugo, somewhere in Enugu State. There was even a human sacrifice involved in this. These people here is not just about marriage. They can't even step on the soils on which the other people are living. They don't mix in any way. There is nobody anywhere who has an original bloodline of Osu or Ohu or slave or an outcast. Nobody has that. What happened was that back in the days, during the slavery days, okay, some people were actually in the habit of capturing their own brothers and sisters and selling them into slavery because it was such a beautiful business. It was lucrative to sell slaves, okay? And now what happened was that the only thing that people dreaded back in the days were the shrines, the deities, the alusis that we had in Igbo land then. So when somebody had been marked for capture and for sale, other people who knew about the conspiracy would go and tell these people who have been marked and say, hey, I hear that they're going to be coming for you at 12 midnight or 1 a.m. You better run away and go and hide at the shrine. So that was how many of these people who were marked were running away and hiding themselves at the shrines. And so that was how they started saying now that these guys are untouchables because they have become the properties of the gods. So because they are properties of the gods, nobody can touch them again. They have become outcasts. They can't even associate with ordinary people. They can't even do anything with ordinary people. They did not push themselves there because they wanted to be sacrifices to the gods. These people were running away. That was the closest refuge they could get access to at that point. And then there were some other stories, but this is the core of the reason why we have what you call Osuka caste system today. Almost every caste system we have in our land is all emanating from criminality. This is man's inhumanity to man. And this is why we cannot allow these things to continue to fester in our land. The time has come for us to deal with it, do away with it, and ask God to forgive us and then cleanse our land. If we don't do this, my brothers, my sisters, I don't care what form of freedom you are looking for, it will never, and I mean capital never, it will never come. The only way we can secure freedom, the shortest cut for us to secure freedom and be treated like humans again in this life, is for us to deal with this contamination that has destroyed our historic landscape. I always ask people, I say, how can we have such deep divisions and resentment in our land and still be expecting to be free? There is no way, there's no means, no route, no shortcut to any form of freedom for the Igbo people, for the Easterners, for old Eastern region, if we don't do away with these obnoxious practices. This is why I have given up virtually everything to see that we get this thing behind us. This is so obnoxious. It's not even worth hearing that such a thing is happening in our land. That is why we have set a date, December the 28th, at the palace of Nri. Eri and Nri dynasties have all come together. We will do some here, do some. It's going to be amazing. December the 28th is a go. God is raising men from all over. World Igbo Congress has already called and endorsed, and they are mobilizing with us. Alibo Development Foundation has called and they've endorsed. Global Igbo Alliance, Lower Niger Congress, even all of them, all the social cultural organizations, everybody is excited at the prospect of getting rid of this so that we can build the broken bridges. If we can build these broken bridges, mark my words, there is not a single battle that will come to us as a people that we cannot defeat. Look at our brothers in Akwa Ibom. Look at our brothers in River State. Look at our brothers in Cross River State, in Delta State. We were one people, one like this, one, and they came and divided us. Political separation and segregation came in. And now you have cultural segregation also. If we can deal with these things, nobody born of a woman can stand us when we come as one house and say this is what we want. Every time we speak, we will speak with one voice. And whoever we're speaking to will take us seriously and they will pay attention to whatever demands we may have. But right now, they treat us like pieces of trash. They treat us like we are nobodies, that we don't mean anything. How can we be so divided, yet we are seeking victory and seeking freedom from oppression? It is not possible. There are certain things that have to come into place before you can begin to fight for freedom. If those fundamental things are not in place, do not even talk about freedom, let alone embarking on a journey to securing one. We have to build the bridges. See, we are on a mission to build bridges between our brothers whom we've segregated against for generations. Now, God is now giving us an extra for making even an attempt. So the extra that God is giving us is that even the ones that were sent away from us, that were cut off from us through political evil machinations, He is also bringing them back. That is why the EOB of Idumuje Kingdom in our Neoma land is going to be launching a book on that day to show the whole Igbo speaking part of Delta that you come from Anambra State, and by extension from Israel. We are one people. We need to come together, my people. That's why I'm begging everybody listening to me now. We need your help. I've said it for people who follow me on Facebook. We do not need money. We have not sourced money from any politician because we don't want this thing to have even the slightest political undertone. We are raising money from ordinary, everyday people like you, people of goodwill. If you think there is something you can do to make this work easier for us, you know, my shoulders are too weak to carry it. This is a massive program. I never even foresaw, I never thought it would be this massive when I started this journey. But God is making it this big because He knows He can afford to take care of it. I'm begging you, brothers and sisters, whatever resources you can put into this, go to my Facebook page, Joseph Okechukwu. You can make a request. Probably we can put some account information on this place. If you want to make any, please do it. If you have vehicles that can convey people, let us know. If you have houses that can accommodate people, anywhere within Oka or Nri or Eri Kingdom or wherever, please let us know. If it is a bus, if it is a normal car or a hotel that you have, you think, okay, I have a few rooms I'm putting out there that I want people to stay in, that would be wonderful. We need this logistics assistance every day. We are begging people, please don't leave this for me alone. I am too small to deal with this matter. I am begging all of you, please, whatever you can do, whether it is money or other kind or in kind, anyhow, get in touch. I will make sure that on this video, I'm going to make them to put account informations and put all the other things that you can use to reach out to us. Please, we need it now. We're just barely 1 month away. 1 month away from this program. So anything we need it now. I am crisscrossing the entire eastern region. I'm going to Rivers, I'm going to Delta, I'm going to Enugu, I'm going to Anambra, Imo, Abia. My entire next 2 weeks is loaded with appointments, and I'm not going to cut down on any one of them. I am praying that God will give us the grace to make this happen. We are able to pull this off. And with you by my side and with God by our side, we will pull it off. We will make it happen. December 28th is a goal. And mark my words, once we are done with that, you watch, you will see how the glory of God will just come down and be suspended, hang over all of us. Our destiny is about to get even brighter. May God bless you.